What's going on, guys? So welcome back to another video. On today's video, I'm going to talk about why League probably needs some trash talk in today's League of Legends to stay relevant in the pro scene compared to other esports. I just think it's getting a little stale and how we could be improving it overall. So I'm going to talk about that today. If you guys like anything I'm talking about today, make sure you guys like and subscribe because I'm going to make more of it. If you guys like it, always leave your opinions down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Tell me, please, how I'm wrong. And let's get into it. So today's video, let's start out with talk about how double lift kind of was the only reason trash talk existed. I mean, other people did it too, but to lesser degrees. But when we look at double lift, saying everyone else is trash, my team.
How good is it to get a pentakill at the LCS All-Stars? LCS All-Stars, it technically was, because it was Europe versus North America.
Everyone else is trash. Right here on the street.
Teammates are trash. They're trash. I'm playing the best team in the world. They're trash, right? Going in with confidence into the match, even though he knew he couldn't technically win, he would talk, and talk. And you know what? It was fun. It was exciting. And people cared and tuned in. But I feel like every time in North America or any other league, when there's no reason to care, the viewership is going down. We have to care more, right? And the way to do that is to increase the trash talk and to make me care about the players and not the teams. Let's look at the LEC, right? With G2 winning every time, it's not exciting anymore. And no offense to G2, but when they go in and they win 3-0 every split, it's, oh, they were such a great team. Hope we get to face them again. They were really strong and competitive. It's boring, right? And I like Caps, but he says the same thing in every interview. It's never any fun. And what I'm trying to say is if they just said, you know what? They're trash, and we know we're better. And, come at us, because you clearly can't beat us. We'll take on everyone, right? Or, every single time, it just has to be that. And it feel like it just isn't. There's no... I don't want to say no drive or passion behind it, because it clearly is, but I feel like the marketing of the players has been done wrong, in my opinion. We look at these players, and there are personalities there, right? Especially in Europe, because you look at the CSGO scene and how just crazy that is. It's clearly in these players, so let's use it, right? I'm not saying the players have to get up and get in a fist fight every game, but it's better than these blank states that come on stage, go, and be like, all right, and then leave. Like, there's no personality there, so I can't feel attached to the player. And NA is getting better at this. Talk your split in North America has been really good this season. I think the amount of trash talk has gone up. I think it's good, but it could be better. It could be better across all leagues. I think compared to every other esport out there, we just don't have it. And that's going to, if we want to compete with the newer stuff and we want to stay relevant, it's true. I mean, look at CSGO and how much those players stand up out of their seats and start yelling at each other, and just it's back and forth every round. Get 2 kills, stand up, go like, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be much, right? I get League, you can't always do that because it's such a fast-paced game. But in between games, you can start saying things and create a rivalry going on there. I mean, look at Valorant's last major, where Busio of 100 Thieves had a pig plush on stage and started pointing to it every time he got a kill and pointing at the enemy, to the point where it got banned off stage because it made so many people angry. That's entertaining as all get out. I mean, standing up and pointing at this stupid stuffed pig. I have a picture of it, I'll put up on the screen. It's great. And I'm going to bet you most of those players probably didn't care all that much. But it was just enough to get it banned. And whether or not you think that's taking it to the extreme, it adds a layer to that tournament that people would not have tuned in for else, right? And that's what I'm saying is it's very the same thing every week with League. And I'm not saying that's bad. We could just add more. And there's always a chance to grow and improve it. So the way, and I think the COD, like player intros, right? Like if we look at the last COD major, it was FaZe versus Ultra, and FaZe played the role of the bad guy. So the entire crowd was against FaZe. And they came out, and every player was introduced, and it was very hype. we need to be doing this. We need to make the play about the players, not the teams. I shouldn't have to say, oh, it's TL FlyQuest. It's, Impact and Jensen going at it. It's not Jensen anymore or whatever it is. But I want to be able to care about the players, not the teams. So, like, when I tune in, I should say, oh, this guy doesn't like this guy. And I may not know why, but the moment I start tuning, I'm going to realize that, because they're going to be typing at each other. They're going to be, pointing at each other. They're going to come out on stage and be like, mad about each other. And it doesn't have to be completely truthful, but I feel like we could truly add something if we just had a little bit of trash talk going on. It's not fun to have these guys come out there and be blank slates every week. I'm not saying we have to be mean to each other, but let's stop being so nice, right? You're in a professional sports league, for lack of better words. If you think of any pro sports team that doesn't have beef with another team, I can't think of it, right? I mean, you got hockey where they're literally getting into fights. You got baseball where they're getting into fights. You have football where the dudes are slamming into each other. You have MMA, which is literally about trying to just, yeah. I think league is lacking in the department of that. So we should truly try to step up that overall game, right? It's not about the teams, it's about the players, because the moments come from the players, not the team. So if we start marketing that this player doesn't like that player because of something 6 years ago, it's going to be great. So let's use that, right? Let's go back to the old league of the double lift. And if you even look at Reckless, I mean, the dude is a big smack talker, but he's not there anymore. He's not as fun. Let's reintroduce this idea of, yeah, you're allowed to say whatever you want, as long as it, it isn't beyond, but, limits. But let's try not to reduce our players to blank slates, and let's have them show a personality or two, because it's entertaining, but I'd be more entertained if, like, that dude was like, oh, I didn't like him because he was a bad teammate and didn't show up to practice, right? And no wonder he can't beat me because he never, works hard. And it just small things like that. And you build up this storyline to the end of the season. Both teams are in the finals and they're on this big stage. And you give them both a microphone for 10 minutes and just let them just talk. I mean, do you not think the entire crowd would love that? I don't know. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.